As the COVID-19 pandemic started to line up, the United States saw a variety of startup airlines make their debut in the U.S. aviation sector, one of which, Breeze Airways, began service on May 27, 2021. Over the last year, Breeze Airways has fulfilled a huge portion of leisure travel in the United States and has proven to be a new force in the U.S. low-cost aviation market. After a whole year of trying, I finally got the opportunity to fly with Breeze Airways on their inaugural service from Nashville to Tulsa on their Embraer ERJ-190. Join me as we see what Breeze Airways is all about. Let's get into this. Alrighty everybody, who's ready to try a new airline today? I've just completed a 2-hour layover at Nashville International Airport. In short, my layover at Nashville was a blast. I thoroughly enjoyed my layover spending time checking out the concourses and plane spotting. It was so much fun. What a jam-packed day it has been so far, including 2 outstanding flights with American Airlines. Be sure to check out those trip reports if you haven't already. I am super excited for this flight with Breeze Airways for various reasons. First, this is my first time trying a new airline in 3 years, which was Delta Airlines in 2019. Second, I've been trying to be a part of an inaugural flight for such a long time, and I'm so excited that it is finally happening today. Third, this is my first time flying an Embraer ERJ-190. This is quite a unique regional jet, and I'm very excited to finally fly in one. This is going to be such a fun flight, so let's make our way over to gate Bravo 13. When I arrived at the gate, it was such a surreal experience to see a group of people talking about the new route from Nashville to Tulsa. From people excited about not having to take connecting flights to people visiting family, it was so awesome to see so much excitement about the new flight. Nashville's Terminal B was quite a nice facility. While it can get crowded at times, there were plenty of amenities for passengers to utilize. Our aircraft for today was November 110 Bravo Zulu. She was inbound on the inaugural service from Windsor Locks. Here is Breeze Airways arriving at gate B13 for the very first time. I was rather surprised to see no items set up to celebrate the new service, but they did have an excellent setup later that day for the Tulsa, Nashville, Windsor Locks legs. Our aircraft for today is November 110 Bravo Zulu, a 15-year-old Embraer ERJ-190. Originally delivered to Air Canada in 2007, this airframe has been a workhorse for the Canadian airline for nearly 14 years. As Air Canada was retiring the Embraer ERJ-190, Breeze Airways took the opportunity to get some of the Embraer ERJ-190s from Air Canada. This particular aircraft was delivered in June of 2021. Let's get on board and see what Breeze Airways is all about.
Alright, Breeze, let's
Welcome on board Breeze Airways, everybody. So excited to be on board Breeze Airways today. This is looking awesome. Take a look at this cabin. We will do a more thorough assessment here in just a moment, but man, that is looking awesome. And also take a look at this engine wing view combo from seat 9D. Looking really nice with the GSE and the JetBlue Airbus A320. This is awesome. Alrighty everybody, so let's take a more in-depth look here at the cabin. So as you guys can see, it's a very nice looking cabin. This flight was only about 40% full, but I'll talk about that a little bit more here in just a moment. So as you guys can see, we have some very nice amenities, including the pouch right there. The seat padding was a little bit firmer than what you'd like, but it was definitely pretty good, and it was definitely nice for this hour 15-minute flight. Here's the armrest that also looks very nice, and as you guys can see, you got the in-between piece right there that looks good, and the tray table is pretty nice, and a very interesting device holder as you guys can see in front of us. But there's the air sickness bag, the safety card, and then their in-flight Wi-Fi magazine, so that looks really nice too. And then there's that device holder. It's quite an interesting shape. I've never quite seen anything like this, but the only good thing I can say is that it was probably compatible for multiple devices, so I did really like that. Here's the tray table, very nice and a large size, so you love to see that. There's the pouch again in our beautiful wing view, so quite an interesting cabin to say the least right there, but we'll dive a little bit more into detail on that here in just a moment. And just like that, it is already time to push back from the delay, everybody. Be sure to stay on the lookout for all the in-flight videos, as those will be coming very soon. We would have a normal taxi to runway 2 left for our departure today. We made a few turns and taxied parallel to the runway to make it to the end of runway 2 left. There was plenty of action on our taxi, to say the least. And here we go with the takeoff, everybody. I really hope you guys enjoyed this takeoff as it was absolutely awesome. Let's dive into this. Let's climb up to 26,000 feet for today's cruising altitude. Alrighty everybody, so here we go with the seatback content. So here's the tray table we'll be utilizing today. It was a very adequate size and I was really happy to see that for a low-cost carrier like Breeze, so really nice job right there. Speaking of which, here's the Embraer ERJ-190 195 safety card. It was quite a unique design with various color schemes and elements that made it really unique, so good job by Breeze Airways for designing this. I thought it turned out really well and quite a unique safety card to say the least. This was really cool. So as you guys can see, I was struggling to get it open. It is a four-fold design, which isn't as common, but hey, what can I say? It's really cool and I was very happy to see that. So quite a cool safety card right there for Breeze. It's always super important to take our emergency precautions, so good job right there by Breeze. The air sickness bag was nice and simple, not a whole lot to that, but looking good. And then this was a really cool, neat, not magazine, but you know, menu card and also Wi-Fi card, if you will. So really cool by Breeze. They have a very unique design, so there's the beverages and everything looking really neat. And of course, you also have the bites, as they call it, which is really cool. And I thought the bundles page was really cool. It kind of makes it feel like a restaurant, so that was really cool. I thought the prices were fairly reasonable, maybe a little expensive, but you can't complain for airline like Breeze. And there's the Wi-Fi, which the Wi-Fi on this flight unfortunately did not work. I thought I did right, but unfortunately I followed the steps and it did not work, so that was super unfortunate. But nevertheless, as you guys can see, there was some stunning views that keep my attention for the meantime. This was only an hour flight, so it is what it is. It happens on airplanes quite a bit, so what can I say? But nevertheless, pretty good amenities for Breeze. I thought it was really nice and it was really cool. So the nicer cabin looking good so far, and we'll have a more thorough assessment here in just a moment. Very nice. Alrighty, disregarding that, let's talk about our seat in the cabin a little bit more in detail here. So 90 is a really good seat for the engine wing view combo. I highly recommend it. The sounds are really good and the view is absolutely awesome, so highly recommend it. Nice big window, everything that you would want at this seat, so very nice right there from Breeze. Once again, here's the tray table. It's adequate size, not the biggest I've ever seen, but not the smallest, and pretty good to say the least. So here's the cabin right here. Here's another look at the padding and the armrest. Now the armrest is a little janky, but what can you expect? It's really fair for a low-cost carrier. In terms of the padding, it was definitely not the softest I've ever felt, but it's definitely not the firmest I've ever felt either. It was like more of a firm material, not really like a mesh, if you will, not a leather seat or anything like that. So still pretty good, but not too bad. The good news is this seat did provide 34 inches of pitch, which is really good for a seat like this. I thought that was very adequate, and I thought they did a really good job deciding on that. And I think in the main cabin it's 30 or 31, so it's also very reasonable back there as well. So ultimately a really good seat. There's the device holder again, the slot for the in-flight literature goes. And again, this flight was only 40% 90% full, but we'll talk about that a little bit more in detail here shortly, so really nice. And I also thought the carpet was very unique to this cabin. You normally don't see something like that, so I don't know if Air Canada had that before or where it was, but that was really cool. And also here's the place where the tray table comes down. That was very nice. And then just some more people in the front, thank goodness. And the overhead bins were also really good, nice and big. And for anybody bringing on carry-ons, you would be in good shape, but I'm sure most people either A, don't have carry-ons, or B, check them. So nevertheless, very nice. Also, you have the on the top panel with the lights and the air conditioners and everything was really good. There's the light that worked really well, the flight attendant call button, and then you got the speaker as well right there, and the seatbelt sign, all that fun stuff. So very nice right there, very good. Here's the lavatory. As you guys can tell, is a very adequate size. Here's the soap, the water, everything that you would want for the sink, and then yeah, really good. One of the most unique elements, as I'll pan back to here in a moment, here's kind of the big broad view of the toilet, and it was really nice, and the toilet paper is kind of gone, but nevertheless, the air conditioner in the lavatory, how about that? I thought that was really neat. So really cool to see that. Quite a unique amenity, but I've never seen that before, so I thought that was pretty neat for an Embraer 190, especially. That was pretty cool. You also have a coat hook. I don't know if you'd really need this, but if you do, there you go. So quite an interesting setup to say the least, but I thought it was really cool. So very nice right there on that. And also keep your hands washed. Who knows what's going around nowadays, so definitely stay precautious in that department, but really nice to say the least. Let's dive into some detail on Breeze Airways, their Embraer ERJ-190, and the new route from Nashville to Tulsa. Breeze Airways was founded in 2018 by David Neilman, a very successful figure in the aviation industry. Neilman has founded multiple airlines, including the likes of Morse Air, WestJet, JetBlue Airways, and Azul. Neilman has been known for founding successful airlines with various characteristics. Breeze Airways became his fifth project as Breeze Airways launched operations on May 27, 2021. Over the last year, Breeze Airways has launched dozens of new flights and fulfilled a huge portion of leisure travel in the United States. The airline currently operates a mix of Embraer ERJ-190s and Embraer ERJ-195s with 11 and 7 of the types respectively, along with 7 Airbus A220-300s with a massive order of 73 still to be delivered. Breeze Airways is evolving fast, and you love to see it for the low-cost airline. Breeze Airways has quite a unique network with various hit-or-miss demand routes. For example, the Tulsa to Tampa service has produced impressive numbers with 80% plus load factors at peak times, not to mention the competition from nearby cities in the region with Oklahoma City, Wichita, and Fayetteville, and airlines like Allegiant flying to Tampa as well. On the contrary, Breeze has had and currently has several oddball routes like Tulsa to San Antonio, Tulsa to New Orleans, and Tulsa to Nashville. Unfortunately, some of these routes have seen load factors as low as 15% at times. There could be various factors, including a lack of social media and word of mouth promotion and lack of demand, to name a few. I won't go into full detail on this topic at this time, but please comment below if you'd like to see me make additional content covering this topic, and I would be more than happy to do so. But to summarize, Breeze has a variety of routes in their network. In my opinion, I believe the majority of the Breeze route selections are solid, but some could use some work. For example, the Tulsa to San Antonio service has seen 3 major failures as of late, with United in 2006, ExpressJet in 2007, and Frontier in 2018, with all 3 services not surpassing a 60% load factor, as most months floated around the 30% number. These services may have failed for the same reason that Breeze's attempt did, but regardless, with this information present and all the additional data Breeze has access to, it is an interesting move to give it a try. Perhaps a smaller quantity of risk routes, if you will, would be the best way to handle routes like this. The new service from Tulsa to Nashville is quite an exciting route in my opinion, as I think Nashville is a really cool city, but likely not as popular for the general public. Despite the poor load factor on this flight, the outbound service on the inaugural flight was around 75% full, which is rather awesome considering the route's demand, and hopefully it will build off the strong start. The Tulsa to Nashville route was not a horrible choice, but it seems as a route like Charleston, West Palm Beach, or Jacksonville, for example, may have been a better choice to complement the Tampa service. On the other hand, routes like Tulsa to Tampa, for instance, are excellent choices and will likely produce a profit for the airline. Despite going into a rather long example for poor routes for Breeze, I want to compliment the airline for all the amazing routes they've started thus far. There are several flights in the network that see 80% plus load factors on a regular basis, and it is so exciting that Breeze has already established so many backbone routes this early in the process. If Breeze can continue to open routes like this, these efforts will definitely lead to the success accustomed to David Neilman. It'll be very interesting to see where Breeze Airways goes from here, but I think the future is looking bright. And also, by no means am I an airline network expert, but there's a possibility that Breeze can see something to induce the choice of starting some of these routes that I can't see. But in all, I think that Breeze will see even more success as time progresses. The Breeze Airways product is awesome to say the least. The name Breeze is literally perfect for an airline like this. That is exactly what it is. Traveling is usually never an easy process, if you will, but Breeze has sure made it that way. I only had to click 2 buttons to check in, scan 1 digital boarding pass to get on board, and sit back and relax the whole time. Perhaps my experience was so easy since I didn't check a bag, buy a snack, etc. But it would appear as Breeze is as simple as they come. Everybody was super nice, the pilots were laid back, and the atmosphere was a vibe for a lack of a better term. This experience could have been saturated due to the inaugural flight and all, but I can't imagine that every flight isn't like this for Breeze. It is super cool to see Breeze attacking such a unique sector of the US aviation industry, and I think they are doing an excellent job doing such. Breeze Airways provides 2 cabins on their Embraer ERJ-190s and 195s, nicer and nice. The nice cabin provides 31 inches of pitch, 17 inches of width, and 3 inches of recline. Overall, some outstanding numbers for a low-cost carrier in the economy product. In addition, the nice product provides no change or cancel fees, a personal item, and 2% Breeze points. The nicer cabin provides an additional 3 inches of pitch, which is excellent for taller individuals. Additional perks of the nicer cabin include 4% Breeze points, a carry-on bag, 1 checked bag, a light snack, and priority boarding. Overall, the products on Breeze Airways are outstanding for the price. Well done, Breeze. Breeze also provides a nicest product on their Airbus A220s, which I hope to try very soon. What an incredible feeling to finally fly on board an inaugural flight. It was so cool to experience this atmosphere and what a new service is all about. I will definitely be doing a full video encompassing the celebration at Tulsa International Airport, so be sure to stay on the lookout for that video. Like I said, the Nashville to Tulsa service is an average new route choice. I think there is potential with the social media and word-of-mouth promotion to see success on this route. I'm eager to see where the route goes from here. Unfortunately, the route has been suspended from July to October due to the logistic issues that Breeze Airways is currently facing right now, but the route is set to return better than ever on the Airbus A220 in October. Super excited for that. I apologize for my essay of an assessment, but hopefully you guys found it enjoyable, informational, or somewhere in between. Let's return to the basics and take a look outside the window. After a quick yet eventful flight, it is already time for our approach to Tulsa International Airport. We would make right close traffic for our landing on the runway 36 right today. There were some awesome views of the Tulsa area, and we'll watch those while we summarize the Breeze Airways experience on our approach. So let's dive into this. In my opinion, I believe that Breeze Airways is one of the best low-cost carriers out there and did an outstanding job with this flight. I had so much fun experiencing Breeze Airways for the very first time, along with observing our flight in various ways. We already assessed Breeze Airways thoroughly, so in short, Breeze Airways is an excellent startup airline. If Breeze can touch up a few small details in the network department, I believe Breeze will be successful for many years to come. The Breeze Airways product is amazing for the price, and I was super pleased with the amenities and service provided. If Breeze can continue to push this model, it will take the airline all the way and lead to the next big success story custom to David Dillman. It was super fun to experience Breeze Airways, the Embraer ERJ-190, and an inaugural flight for the very first time. I thoroughly enjoyed all the various elements presented, and it was so much fun. Be sure to stay on the lookout for all the in-flight content to come from this leg of the trip, the inaugural route celebration at Tulsa International Airport, and all the other content from this amazing day trip. This content was so much fun to produce, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Job well done by Breeze Airways. I'm super excited to fly with Breeze Airways again in the near future. Be sure to stay on the lookout for that. But nevertheless, here's our landing on the runway 36 right at Tulsa International Airport. Enjoy, everybody.
just have cake and ice cream out there if you guys would like some. Have a great day.
Thank you guys so much for watching this trip report with Breeze Airways' Embraer ERJ-190 on the inaugural service from Nashville to Tulsa. Be sure to stay on the lookout for all the upcoming content to see the celebration of the new route, the arrival vlog at Tulsa International Airport, and all the in-flight videos from this leg of the trip. But nevertheless, that will do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Director of Aviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Director of Aviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Director of Aviation is signing off.